Hello everyone, this is Shiogan. Okay, let's take a look at Lodo's ABREC. Obviously, you can synchronize a struct here, and you have some properties in the struct. You mark them as not synchronized. Actually, it's a bit like when we write constructors. We don't serialize them, right? So it won't actually replicate. Obviously, this property here won't replicate. Let me demonstrate it for you. I'll quickly create this class for you. Then we bring in the C++ class. Okay, I've already created this class. Now let's define the struct first. Right, we'll just copy the struct over. It's quite simple. After copying the struct definition over, we'll give it an xg and a NotRep struct. This property is the one to be replicated, and this property is not replicated, even though the struct is to be replicated. Then we declare the struct here. Okay. Did I paste it wrong here? Stuck it wrong. Written in the wrong place. Should be written here. NotReplicate didn't write too much. Should be written into this class. Then let's declare this property. Declaration complete. Let's put it here. Then remember in the constructor, we need to do something. We need in the constructor to handle these two things. Otherwise, there might be problems later. Okay, after those two are done, as for this struct, we now support this synchronization. We won't write this kind of reporting advantages or whatever, because it's actually all the same. We'll just use the simplest way to write it. And here we definitely need to register it. Right? Register it. Let's copy it. Just copy the code we wrote earlier. Sometimes I really like copying code. Since we've written it before, there's no need to keep rewriting it. Right? And with this project, it's actually very convenient for everyone. You can watch the course and write a project like this at the same time. Or you can just take my project and write your notes on it. Write the comments on it. Right? Okay, here. Let's just take this condition and put it somewhere. Just copy it over. We'll quickly finish it up like this. Okay? In this part, we have a struct like this. Okay, and then we do it like this. After doing this, obviously, the header file is not included here. Let's copy the header file over as well. Here, then it should compile successfully like this. Okay, now we need to define how we are going to do this. We still, obviously, this kind of property with a pubg, it will automatically initialize to 0. Although you say you do it yourself, initializing it yourself is a good habit. There's no problem. Let's do it this way. We are inside the tick. We are inside the tick. If we are this, when we are on the server, we take the value inside here, called NotReplicate and increment it. And at the same time, this NotReplicate, we also increment it. We increment it twice. Then when we are on the client, we will print this thing out. Let's see if we can perceive that this property has changed in this place. Let's give it a simpler one. Here we'll give it a not. We'll give it a d%. And then here we'll give it a not. Lat d%. Here we'll give it a lot. Okay, no issues here. Okay, let's take this value. We'll just access this value directly. Because it's our member variable, we can access it directly. And then here, paste this part over. Remember there's a comma here. Okay, we're basically done writing it. Let's compile it first. The edges should be fine too. Okay, let's take a look at this value. Whether this value has perceived a change. This struct only changed halfway. Oh, right. But I suggest everyone read it along with me anyway. But you have a good foundation. Just take a look. Fill in the gaps. And over here, we'll do the same as before. Create a BP for it. Should be, not reply. Create a BP. Almost clicked on C++ again. BP. Then we put it into our light. Okay, after we finish creating it, we'll leave it alone here. Then in the same, delete this. We put it in, then save it. We delete this. Now let's take a look. We'll just start one, because too many will make it look messy. Then you'll notice that here, this it doesn't seem to have detected that we added this attribute. We need to check why this is. Let's set a breakpoint. Okay, it clearly hit the breakpoint. Then we can see that the struct here has clearly changed, and this one has also changed. Then let's go to the next breakpoint. This should be on the client side. Client side, you'll notice that our attribute here hasn't been synchronized. Right, let's check why this is. Let's think about it. Could it be that is it like this? That is to say, let's set it aside for now, then turn off our side here. Is it that within our struct, it actually needs to write this replicate here as well? Let's try it. Let's troubleshoot. It should be due to this reason. Okay, there's an error on this side. This struct cannot be done this way. The reason is actually very simple, but we verified it. A struct cannot be written like this. Actually, we made a mistake here. This percentage here is written incorrectly. This small error. Anyway, the troubleshooting approach is like this. When a problem occurs, 转第一地对阿赫代爱则是 check if there's something upstream or downstream. Set a point and dabat. Because even if you ask others, they won't know what's going on here. What exactly is happening? But if you set a breakpoint yourself, check the information at the receiving end and the sending end. Just see if the information on both ends is consistent. Then this time it should be normal. You can see that it proves our struct. It only synchronizes the part of the information we need, and the struct that was not synchronized. It was not synchronized, right? Okay, that's all for this lesson.